So, welcome back to another episode of Shooting the Shit podcast. I haven't put out one of these in a while, and I'm going to talk to you guys about Mike Rashid, Rashid, I think that's how you pronounce it. Basically, he is a bodybuilder type of guy, and apparently he has a podcast where he was talking about Elon Musk and how Elon Musk, I guess, says it's only time that we amplify humanity, meaning that as a human, it's only evolution that we connect to like the internet 24/7, 365. And on the podcast, they say it's only evolution, and he basically says, like, you know how some people are nostalgia, they'll say, you should always read a book. You should listen to vinyl records over an MP3. You should watch DVDs over Netflix. You know how people like to be nostalgia and they like the old things. They like actually feeling the physical copy of whatever they're doing. Instead of reading a book on a tablet or a cell phone, they want to have it in their hands. And he was saying, like, why don't we get to a point where basically we're plugging into the matrix? So if we think about it, it's already in our mind. Instead of saying, like, you know how you go on Google, how much would a bus ticket cost from Liverpool to London? And you know how Google will take a couple seconds and it will come up and say, hey, it is on Saturday, June 1st, there is a ticket from Liverpool to London that can get you there for £25. Do you want to book it now? They say that we should be able to just look at something and go, oh, okay, let's say I want to know how much it's going to cost to get from my house to, like, another city. And I could already visually see it in my head. Like, the Google Maps comes up in my head, and I already see everything. Or you can have, like, an artificial intelligence basically tell you, this is what's going to happen, this is this, and this, and this. And I'm like, I don't want artificial intelligence. I don't want to be connected 24/7, 365. Here's my interpretation of society as of 2019, ladies and gentlemen. Even though Mike is saying it's good to be connected all the time, I put it in perspective like this. Is it good to be connected to the internet all the time? It's good for some things, like being able to contact your friends from around the world that you don't have the opportunity to basically call them because it's too expensive. Like, you can video chat with your buddy that's in Hong Kong or England or whatever if you're in the United States. That is okay. What I think is bad with social media and what is bad with being connected 24/7 is you're losing touch with reality, okay? You could go somewhere and people are only living that concert or that movie or that incident through their phone. They're going on a vacation trip and they're just vlogging the vacation trip and they're not really living the vacation. For the people that say, yeah, we should be connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We should be able to go anywhere, everywhere, and have an internet connection. We should be able to get on our mobile devices and always be able to check in. And I say, get out. See the world. See what the beautiful world has to offer. This world has beautiful Rocky Mountains. We have the Grand Canyon. We have ice glaciers. There are still places on this planet that don't have internet, and I believe we don't need internet 24/7. You know, there's times where I go on a cruise to the Bahamas, and when I'm out in the Atlantic Ocean, I'm glad I don't have any internet access. And I'll give you an example. I went in 2014, and okay, 14 was still 5 years ago, so maybe Wi-Fi wasn't what it is today, right? But I seen little teenagers and little kids walking around the ship with their phone up in the air, like trying to hold it up to get an internet connection. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself this whole time, your parents paid a lot of money for you to go on this cruise, and you're worried about posting pictures on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Okay, I don't know if Instagram was really popping in 14, right, 2014, but I believe that we don't need to be on social media every minute of every day, you know. there's a new trend going around. A lot of people are deleting all these social apps off their phone and seeing how long they can go without being on like Facebook, Instagram, whatever. And the only thing they're saying is they will only check Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, whatever, is when they get home at the end of the night after work. And that is via their little tablet at the house or via their computer. That could be their laptop, desktop, whatever. So that is why I believe like Ari Shaffir, the comedian, he did what he did. He took a 4-month trip to like Singapore, Thailand, all these other Asian countries, Vietnam. Why? He said he wanted to escape. He just told his, I guess you'd call it his manager for his career. And they're like, well, you got this and this. He goes, oh no, I'm leaving. And they're like, when are you gonna be back? I don't know. I'm traveling. And they're like, what? How long? I don't know. It could be 4 months. It could be 5 years. It could be whatever. He took legitimately from like January, left like in January. He came back in like March or April or May, and people were like, how was your trip? He goes, it was the best thing I ever did. He just got up and left. He has the money more than likely to get up and leave like that, but he said he met so many travelers around the world that are like, oh, I've been traveling for 5 years. I've been traveling for 6 years ago. What do? They just basically, they travel. They might go into like a little town, make a little money, and they leave. But his aspect is, all a phone is a phone. All you need it for is to make a phone call here and there. You don't need it for the texting. You don't need it for the video chatting. You don't need it for the Instagrams, the Facebooks. You don't need that. You don't need to be connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I agree with that because there's a lot of times that I get sick and tired of always being connected. And yes, a lot of people could say you could delete all the social apps off your phone. Yeah, I could purposely do that, just delete every social app on my phone. But like they're saying that it's only a human revolution, that it's only human nature that we want to be connected to like the Matrix. We want to be connected to this Matrix. We want to be plugged in. We want to have like an artificial intelligent chip in us. There was a thing that I seen Philip DeFranco talking about, that one company actually put a chip in all of the employees, all in the employees' like wrist, like I should say behind their hand, in their palm. So if they wanted to purchase like groceries or whatever at that workplace, they can go up and it would allow them. They just put their hand up to the door and it would automatically allow them to scan in, and they could go through the door. Instead of having like a key card, they could go up to the vending machine, put their hand up there, and it automatically give them the right to buy that item, because it's registering, that the chip is registering like, oh, it's Billy, he's buying a burrito, or he's buying whatever he is buying. So do I believe we should microchip each other and be artificially intelligent? No, I don't believe any of that stuff. I believe all that stuff is sick, it's disgusting, and if they came knocking on my door, it's like, you want to get artificially put a chip in there so you have like a QR code so you can scan anything and buy anything? I'd be like, nope, I'm old school. I don't want any fucking computer chip in me. I want to know who I am, know what I'm about, and I don't give a shit about your little technology. Well, you wouldn't have to Google map anything. You wouldn't have to Google anything because you would think it and it would just appear in your face. I don't give a shit about that. I'm not going to do that. So that's why I said, if you think it's okay to be on the internet 24/7 connected to the internet, you're dumb. This world has so much potential. There's so much beautiful places on this planet that I haven't seen, you haven't seen, and you're going to be worried about being connected to the internet? Get your ass out the house. See what the world has to offer, my boy. See what the world has to offer. Go to the beach. Go to the ocean. See that stuff. Go to the springs. Go to the cliff sides. See the mountains. See the ice glaciers. When you see that shit in person, you're like, oh my god, that's beautiful. Going on Google Images and seeing like a mountain, you're like, ooh, it's a mountain. Ooh, whatever. But when you see it in fucking person, you're like, oh my god, that's the most insane thing I've ever seen. Like, when I seen the Hoover Dam in person, I seen the Grand Canyon in person, I was like, damn, this is beautiful. Like, it's a wonder. It's like a 8th wonder of the world, like the 7 wonders. It's a crazy thing to see. That's the cool side of social media. But being connected 24/7, that's unnecessary. But as always, guys, that is a 30-minute podcast. I'm Trevor, and I'm out, baby.